Hold up your thumb. Look at it. That thumbnail of sky you are covering right now contains more stars than every grain of sand on every beach and desert on Earth combined. That is not a metaphor. That is not an exaggeration. That is the measured, calculated, verified truth of what exists above your thumb right now. And that is just the beginning. Because by the end of this video, your entire understanding of where you are and what you are will be permanently changed. Stay with me, because we are about to travel from where you are sitting right now all the way to the edge of everything that exists. And what we find out there will change how you see yourself forever. If this kind of journey moves you, subscribe to Decode Deep Space right now. Every week we go somewhere the universe keeps secret. This is the biggest secret of all. Let us start with you. You are sitting somewhere on planet Earth right now. Your body is made of approximately 7 billion atoms. That number is so large it has no practical meaning to the human brain. So let me give it meaning. If you were to count 1 atom per second, it would take you 220 trillion years to count all the atoms in your body. The universe is only 13.8 billion years old. You would need to count for 15,000 universes worth of time. Count your own atoms. You are not small. You are incomprehensibly complex. But compared to what is out there, you are about to feel very different. Earth, your home. The place every human being who has ever lived was born and died on. Earth is 12,742 kilometers across. If you drove around the entire equator without stopping, at highway speed, it would take you 17 straight days. That feels large, until you compare it to what is next. If Earth was the size of a marble, Jupiter would be the size of a basketball, and the Sun would be the size of a 2-story house, all from a single marble. But we are just getting started, because the Sun is not large. The Sun is embarrassingly small compared to what exists further out. The Sun contains 99.8% of all the mass in our solar system. Every planet, every moon, every asteroid, every comet, all of it combined, is 0.2% of what the Sun weighs. And yet, there is a star called Ui Scuti. If you replaced our Sun with Ui Scuti, it would swallow Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and reach almost to Saturn. Our Sun fits inside Ui Scuti 5 billion times. 5 billion suns inside one star. And Ui Scuti is just one star in our galaxy. One star among 300 billion. If you wanted to drive across our solar system at highway speed, not to the nearest star, just across our solar system, it would take you 17 million years. And our solar system is one of 300 billion in the Milky Way alone. This is Decode Deep Space. We travel to these places every single week. And we are just getting started. The Milky Way, our galaxy, home to our Sol, our solar system, our Earth, us. The Milky Way is 100,000 light years across. Light travels at 299,792 kilometers per second. In 1 second, light travels 7 times around the Earth, and it would take that light 100,000 years to cross our galaxy from one side to the other. If you wanted to drive across the Milky Way at highway speed, it would take you 2 billion years. Our entire solar system has only existed for 4.6 billion years. You could drive across the Milky Way and back in the time it took our planet to form. And here is where it gets personal. Right now, as you watch this video, you are moving. Not just because Earth is spinning at 1,600 kilometers per hour, not just because Earth is orbiting the Sun at 107,000 kilometers per hour, but because our entire solar system is orbiting the center of the Milky Way at 220 kilometers per second. You have never been still in your entire life. You have been hurtling through space every single second of your existence, and you felt nothing. Beyond the Milky Way, there are more galaxies. Our nearest galactic neighbor is the Andromeda Galaxy, 2.537 million light years away. The light you would see from Andromeda tonight left that galaxy 2.537 million years ago. When it left, humans did not exist yet. Our ancestors were just learning to walk upright on the African savanna. You are not looking at Andromeda as it is. You are looking at it as it was, before our species existed. The Milky Way and Andromeda are part of a group of 54 galaxies called the Local Group. The Local Group stretches 10 million light years across space. 10 million light years. Our entire solar system is so small compared to this, that if the Local Group was the size of Earth, our solar system would be smaller than a single atom. Beyond the Local Group, there are more galaxy groups, hundreds of them forming superclusters. Superclusters forming filaments and walls, stretching across the universe like the web of a cosmic spider. The observable universe, the part we can actually see, is 93 billion light years across. It contains an estimated 2 trillion galaxies. 2 trillion. Each one containing hundreds of billions of stars, each star potentially orbited by planets. If every star in the observable universe was a grain of sand, you could fill not one beach, not one desert, but every beach and desert on Earth 10 times over. And here is the part that should stop you completely. The observable universe is not the whole universe. It is just the part whose light has had time to reach us. The actual universe may be infinite. We do not know where it ends. We do not know if it ends. We may never know. Now I want you to hold up your thumb again. The same thumb from the beginning of this video. Behind that thumbnail of sky exists everything I just described. 2 trillion galaxies, hundreds of billions of stars each, planets beyond counting, distances so vast that the fastest thing in the universe would travel for longer than the universe has existed, and still not cross them. And you, a collection of atoms on a pale blue dot, orbiting an average star in an unremarkable corner of one galaxy, among 2 trillion. There are 2 ways to feel about this. The first way is small, insignificant, meaningless, a speck in an ocean of unimaginable scale. But there is a second way, and this is the one that changes everything. You are the universe looking at itself. Every atom in your body was forged in the heart of a dying star. You are made of the same material as galaxies. The same hydrogen that filled the universe 1 second after the Big Bang is inside you right now. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe, conscious enough to measure itself, to wonder about itself, to feel something when it looks at the stars. That is not small. That is the most extraordinary thing we have ever discovered in all of space. Hold up your thumb one more time. Same thumb, same sky. But now you know what is behind it. 2 trillion galaxies. Infinite possibility. And you. The universe spent 13.8 billion years building the atoms in your body. It seems like it had something important in mind. Subscribe to Decode Deep Space. Every week we travel further. Every week we find something that changes how you see yourself. And we are nowhere near done yet.